Welcome to Just Analysis. Not in my suit right now. It is the end of the day for me, but just put my son down to sleep. And my wife is seeing clients. I wanted to do a quick video here because of Josh, one of the Joshua, one of the subscribers, mentioned about the statistics, being a statistician and a neuroscientist, and looking at the science of astronomy and relating planetary movements and correlating those cycles to human activity in financial markets. It does seem a bit of a stretch. It still is a bit of a stretch. I dismissed it for years, but I had some, as I wrote in that comment, I had some difficulty quantifying some of the results and analysis that would come to be. So the first one I want to show you, these are from two different books. First one here is by Skinner, and this is in 2019. It was came out. So I mean, and publishing a book requires a long time. So even if it took a year, she was working on this in 2018, and then this came out in 2019. And here is the let me get the navigating the financial universe. But there's the date range. I don't know if this is going to show up or not on here. Otherwise, I'll take a screenshot and just kind of doing my diligence for y'all. Okay. It's in 2019, and on page 94, again, maybe it'll be just easier. It's hard for me to see if this, yeah, there we go. Maybe it says in green. I highlighted it. Again, this is going to sound very weird. We should perhaps be most concerned about the period of 2020 through 2022, when Charon, that's an asteroid, will be at apparent right angle to Hades. That's one of the Plutonian moons, just as it was in 1917. These two planetary bodies are in a hard angle to one another again in at a hard angle again in 1955. A year later, the Asian flu is gaining ground, eventually killing thousands. The quarter phase, blah, blah, blah. But in the next paragraph, she writes, it is not unreasonable to suspect that at their quarter phase in 2022, there will be a global concern about another as yet unnamed virus. While it may not be possible to either avoid this infection, as it may be air waterborne, it is probable that much money will be spent in an attempt to avoid being diseased or even dying from it. Protecting oneself may not even be possible, but it may surely be wise to take steps to minimize risk. So again, this was written in, this book came out in 2019, and just to highlighted the green zones there. Hopefully the camera is kind of getting that. And then there's the bottom part there. All right. So that's that's not COVID. That's just, it's dry. It's dry in my office, which is in my basement. Which, when we found out my wife was pregnant, my office upstairs, I squared off the largest part of the basement for my office. Okay, so this is the next part that is really interesting. So this book is Breakthroughs in Technical Analysis. It's actually kind of a collection of technical analyst authors. Tom DeMark, some of you guys may have heard of these authors. And Nicole Elliott, her Ichimoku book is one of the first I ever read. Tom DeMark, he's a big name. David Bowden, GAN analyst. Jeremy Duplessis, his point and figure book is probably the best in the world. Anyways, Connie Brown, she's in here. So this was printed in 2007. All right, so 2007 is when this book came out. This is from Bloomberg Press. So if you're looking for a publishing authority that has a lot of credentials and respect, this is it. Bloomberg. This is what Connie wrote in 2007. talking about W.D. Gann. I'm primarily a Gannist analyst, Gann analyst. Gann's methods warn that the years 2008 to 2012 will be difficult ones. No doubt about that. That was this book was worked on. Came out in 2007, but it was being worked on for 3 years before that. So she wrote, Gann's methods warns that the years 2008 to 2012 will be difficult ones. There will also be an economic contraction that will be felt globally between 2019 and 2021. And so this kind of stuff in some of the more advanced technical analysis when you're dealing with time cycles and the art of forecasting, these are the kind of things that get talked about and discussed. It's kind of a joke about. I talked in front of a group of traders a few years ago in Texas, and I made a joke about talking about astronomy and using planets in time cycles. I joked about it because I said, we're living in a day and age where, there's so much tolerance. Well, at the time there was tolerance, but there's so much tolerance. Like, you got Christians, Jews, Muslims, atheists, Satanists. Everybody's kind of living in one country. For the most part, everybody's getting along. Gay marriage is legalized. You can change your gender. All this stuff. But talking about astrological and astronomical events in financial analysis is a faux pas that you do not talk about amongst your peers, only quietly amongst your peers. It's one of those kind of jokes. It's still not okay to do that. But so again, those books. Oh shoot, it's way over there. It slid off. Navigating the Financial Universe by Kristen Skinner, and then the other one is Breakthroughs in Technical Analysis. It's from 2007. Connie Brown is the contributing author that wrote that. So 7 minutes long. I think that's enough. Just thought it might be a cool little update there. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.